Monday, and did you have a great weekend? I hope you had some fun with your family. I haven't seen you since Saturday, so it's Monday, and I want to read a new book to you. This is a wonderful book I just came across about being kind and knowing the value of being kind. So I'm going to read to you with the permission of Boyd Mills Press. Thank you, Boyd Mills Press. A book called Melissa Parkington's Beautiful, Beautiful Hair. Melissa Parkington had the most beautiful hair anyone had ever seen. It was long, thick, black, and shiny. It seemed to sparkle. Gorgeous, her neighbor Mr. Angelo said when he saw Melissa. Absolutely stunning, strangers said to each other when she walked down the street. At bedtime, when her father kissed her goodnight, he always said, "Good night, my Melissa of the beautiful, beautiful hair." Spectacular, gorgeous, fabulous. When Melissa was younger, hearing those things made her feel special. But lately, it had begun to bother her. She wanted people to notice her for something she did and not something that just grew out of her head. And she wanted it to be something special, something wonderful, something spectacular. Melissa made a list of things that she might be spectacular at if she put her mind to it. At the top of this list was basketball. Set school record for foul shots. Melissa went to her basketball hoop, inched her toes up to the foul line, took careful aim, and tossed the ball. Sometimes it went in. Most of the time it didn't. Soon her neighbor Jake came over. "Can I try?" he asked. Melissa smiled. "Sure," she said. And for the next hour, she showed Jake how to hold, dribble, and shoot the ball. Every day after school, Melissa went out to practice, and every day Jake came over. After a few weeks, she realized Jake had improved a lot, but she'd only gotten a little better. Becoming spectacular was hard work. Maybe basketball wasn't the way to go. Melissa looked at her list. Under basketball, she had written art. Make pictures good enough to be in a museum. She got colored pencils and a pad of paper and went to draw the maple tree in her backyard. She studied it for a long time, sketched, erased, and sketched some more. Then Jake's little sister, Maddie, appeared with a pad of paper and a box of crayons. "Mom, can I draw with you?" "Oh, that was wrong. My mom said I can draw with you. If you say it's okay." "Can I, Melissa?" Melissa smiled. "Sure, Maddie. I'm drawing that tree. What do you want to draw?" Maddie thought for a minute. "A kangaroo," she said. "Can we draw a kangaroo, Melissa?" "It would be easier if I were at the zoo," Melissa said, "but I'll try." And before long, Maddie was asking for monkeys, elephants, and eagles, and Melissa's drawing of the maple tree sat half finished in her lap. The next few days, it was the same. Melissa drew for a while, then Maddie showed up asking for squirrels, tigers, and woodpeckers. Maddie was easy to please, but Melissa knew these pictures would never hang in a museum. She sighed and wondered if she ever would be spectacular at anything. One day, when Maddie's mom came by for her kids, she said, "Thanks for being so kind to Maddie and Jake, Melissa. I really appreciate it." "You're welcome," Melissa said, watching them walk away. Melissa got an idea. Mrs. Harrington had said that she was kind. That wasn't the same as having really beautiful hair. A person had to do something to be kind. It didn't didn't just grow out of their head. She made a decision then and there. She decided to be the kindest person in the whole town. It wasn't as exciting as being great at foul shots or terrific at drawing, but at least Melissa knew she could do it. Now, she just had to keep on doing it. She swept the kitchen floor for her mother. She raked the yard for her father. The next day, she shared her oatmeal raisin cookie with Lydia Spincraft, who didn't have a best friend. When Nathan Firetag got hurt at recess, Melissa cheered him up with knock-knock jokes. On the bus ride home, she helped Rhonda Diltz study for a spelling test. She helped Maddie ride her bike without her training wheels. She carried Mrs. Angelo's groceries from the car. She wrote a letter to her cousin Sarah, who had a broken leg. For the next weeks, Melissa was kind to lots of different people. And for a little while, she forgot about her long hair. Oh, sorry. Then one day at the mall, Melissa saw a sign at Bernice's beauty salon. They wanted people to donate their hair to kids who needed wigs. Melissa was reading the sign a second time when a woman walked by. "You have such beautiful hair. You're not thinking of getting it cut, are you?" Right then, Melissa knew she wasn't thinking about it. The part of her that wanted to be noticed for something that she did, rather than something that grew out of her head, had already decided. "Mom," she called to her mother, who had walked a little ahead, "I want to do this." Her mother read the sign and said, "Oh, Melissa, are you sure?" "Yeah," said Melissa, "I am 100% sure." Bernice washed Parkington's beautiful, beautiful hair, dried it, and put it in a ponytail. You see what she's going to do? She's going to cut it off. Then she put the hair in an envelope to mail off to a place that would make a wig for a girl or a boy whose own hair hadn't grown. Melissa's head felt so light when she said goodbye to Bernice, she wondered if she would float away. At bedtime, when her father kissed her goodnight, he said, "Good night, my Melissa of the beautiful," but he stopped himself. "It's okay, Dad," Melissa told him. "My hair's still beautiful. It's just going to be beautiful on somebody else's head." Her father smiled and kissed her on the cheek. "Good night, my Melissa of the beautiful, beautiful heart," he said. Then he walked over to the window and called out softly, "And good night, Melissa's beautiful, beautiful hair, wherever you are." What a great story about being kind. She did all kinds of kind things for her friends and her family. And if today you can do something kind, please do so. See you tomorrow.